Hello and welcome. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to November 1st. I am super excited to have all of you joining me here today. I am Vihil Vigil. I am the admin of our Jefas Unidas Latina Entrepreneurs Facebook group. I am a women's empowerment business coach. My company is the Empowerment Empire, and I am so very honored to be offering this free masterclass on confidence. And it's just so very important to me that we spend an opportunity talking about this specific topic, because I do know that going into the holidays can be rough for some. It could be overwhelming. You could feel flooded with so many different things, as we come together with our family members, with large groups. And I just want to take this opportunity to acknowledge that going into the latter part of the year can be tough for some. So all things aside in that arena, not only are we experiencing, this huge influx of activity into our lives, there's a lot of pressure for us as entrepreneurs and as business owners. We have the thoughts of, are we going to be offering a Black Friday program? What are we going to do for Small Business Saturday? I was watching the news this morning and all of these topics were coming up, and the newscasters had a whole half hour of conversation around all the different things that people are going to be buying during this last 3 months or last 2 months of the year. And I know that weighs very heavy on entrepreneurs who, we make our livelihood out of all of the fantastic and phenomenal programs that we offer, and the products that we create and that we offer. And so as we are going into the season, I wanted to take this opportunity to pause and to really take a moment to build ourselves up, so that as we go into this part of the season, that we are doing so with our best foot forward, that we are going into this season, with the confidence to remember that it is okay to teach people how to treat us. It is okay to say no to certain things that you don't want to do. It is okay not to be pressured by, your family, your friends, into doing things that you are not comfortable with. It's okay to create your own traditions. And I want to make sure that we make space for that. So I am going to share my screen and share the presentation and talk a little bit about the overall program, what you can expect during the course of this 3-day free confidence masterclass that I am providing to you here in this group. I am also offering it to the women in our Empowered Women by the Empowerment Empire Facebook group. This one is specific to Latina entrepreneurs, and so I'm going to be doing this same program in both of these two groups. And then on Friday, when we have the pitch competition, for those of you who would like to participate, we'll be doing that live across the Empowerment Empire Facebook page, so all the groups can see that. Good morning, ladies. Thank you so much. If you are joining, please post in the comments. Good morning, Heather from California. I know. Good morning, Joe Welch from Boston, currently in New York City. Fantastic. I'm so glad that you fantastic ladies are joining me today. As you jump on, please make sure that you post where you're from and who you are in the comments, so we can acknowledge you and reward you for your participation, because if you know me, you know that I love to give away stuff. So there will be stuff to be given away here in this program. So let's get to it and go ahead and get to sharing my screen, and I will go over the details of our fantastic confidence program. Okay, let's present. We all love our Canva. If you all are not using Canva and you haven't had an experience with it, then please post in the comment, I need Canva, and I will reach out to you because I am doing a small course with some of my current clients to help train on the amazing things that are Canva. We will just blow your mind. Super easy to use and super fun to use. So here we go. So first of all, welcome to the Confidence Masterclass. I am your host, Miss Vihil Vigil. My company for coaching is Therapeutic Empowerment by the Empowerment Empire. You can find out more on women'sempowermentcoach.us. And for Magistra Magazine, Boss Latinas Anthology information, and our upcoming events, you can go on over to magistra.us, which is Latin for woman teacher. Okay, so make sure that you are marking down these dates. Today is Tuesday, November 1st. We are meeting at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Then, of course, tomorrow is Wednesday. And then on Thursday will be the third day of the masterclass, with Friday, the 5th, being the day that we are going to be doing our pitch competition. So confidence opens so many doors in life for professionals, for business owners, for entrepreneurs, for juggling moms, for us, Latino women who like to put everyone else in front of us, put our needs and our desires last. And I think that we have gotten really good at this. I believe we are getting better at this. I know that since I have been traveling and living in different places over the last 5 years, I have found that regionally speaking, you will find more confidence in one area of the US than you will find in other areas. Especially in California, I experienced this a great deal. In Northern California and in Los Angeles, and parts of the bigger cities, you will find women with lots of confidence. In some of the smaller towns, you will find women who really have a need to build up their confidence. This program is for all of us. And if you have a fantastic woman in your life who you feel could really use some love building up her levels of confidence, then please do share this information with her. We are offering this masterclass free because I really want to make sure that all of you phenomenal women have the opportunity to share in this and to really benefit. I'm gonna make sure I'm watching the live video. Hello, Jennifer Laura from Tri-Cities. Love it, but we'll love more training. Absolutely, Heather. I am super excited to be working with you again very soon. Make sure that we've got you on the calendar. Please continue to comment. I'm watching your comments on my phone and I'm presenting here on the computer, so I will be able to catch all of you phenomenal ladies. So let's go over our schedule, what we're going to be covering in these 3 phenomenal days. So day 1 today, we are going to be talking about what do you think you could accomplish more of with greater confidence, with greater self-confidence? What exactly is confidence or a lack thereof? 3 things I do to get through the feelings of low confidence, like sharing those things that I do, those tips and tricks. First thing in the morning, it's get up, get yourself ready, pull yourself together, and no matter how crappy you may feel, jumping in a hot shower, putting on some makeup, getting yourself ready for your day, even if you are working from home, at least from the waist up, I want you to be presentable, so that not only, even if you don't have a single meeting that day on Zoom with anybody else, do it for yourself, do it for you. Day 2, we're going to recap day 1, and we're going to talk about 5 steps to help build and strengthen your confidence, followed by 5 steps to eliminate your insecurities and elevate your confidence levels. Day 3, we are going to do a recap of day 2, and we're going to talk next steps and more confidence tips. We will talk about the pitch competition, and we'll talk about all of the prize winners. There are 2 prizes outside of the pitch competition that we're going to be offering. One is for the most engaged person, so please share the information, comment, like, give me smiley faces and happy faces and hearts and loves and all those things that I love. And feel free to post, your information in this. We are here to support each other, to share in one another's businesses. As I just spoke, we are all going to be buying a bunch of stuff this next couple of months. So let's buy from each other. There's nothing greater than to gift your best friend a coaching session. That, I think, is a phenomenal thing to do. So I want to invite as many women as possible to become more confident through the help of this free masterclass, because it is so very important that we know how to protect ourselves and advance ourselves in this life. I want to share in a personal story in that and let's go ahead and stop the share for a moment. So when I was in my last relationship, and I know that some of you know my story and some of you do not, I came into it a very confident woman. My former partner told me that was one of the reasons that they were attracted to me, was because I was such a go-getter. I was such a go-getter. I was this hardcore businesswoman. I was a single mom. I had my daughter on my own by choice, and because I wanted to be a mom. So here I was, a young daughter, businesswoman, just really excelling in my career. And I felt, like I had a great deal of confidence about me. I knew who I was. I knew where I was going. I knew what I was doing with myself. I was working full time. I was also starting the Empowerment Empire. I was also volunteering as an art gallery director. I was supporting, this fantastic Sacramento-based LGBTQ community by doing a ton of art programs. I was, volunteering with Planned Parenthood. I was volunteering with women and children's shelters. Like, I was just doing a lot of stuff, and I loved it. And in came a relationship which initially really supported all of those things. And then slowly, as time went by, my partner complained that I was spending too much time volunteering for this group or volunteering for that group. And albeit they did not want to come with me, though invited, to participate in the volunteering that I was doing, they chose to not, and instead just complain that I was never available. So of course I started cutting back because I wanted to show that person that they were important to me. And ultimately, over the course of about 2 years, what happened was I completely ended up shutting myself off from my community because my partner had gained that much mental, emotional, and then ultimately financial control over me, which really took a toll on my confidence, as you can probably imagine. The relationship kept going south, and then it turned violent. And ultimately, over the course of the weekend, my daughter and I escaped and left. And so it is now almost 5 years later, and those effects are still very real, and they're still very memorable. And I think it's important that I continue to talk about that, and I continue to share that, because so many of us continue to suffer in silence. And I want to know that even if you look picture perfect on the outside and it's not that way on the inside, if all hell is breaking loose behind closed doors, that you have a community here to reach out to. And, I definitely volunteer myself to help provide you with resources to help get you out of that mess. And it takes a while to build your confidence level back up. So this program that I'm offering is a reminder to all of us, when we are going to be around a lot of people over the next couple of months during the holidays that so many of us celebrate, is that remember that it's okay to protect yourself. It's okay to say no. It's okay to not force your children to go kiss and hug someone that they don't want to kiss and hug on. It's okay to be the protector of your children and say no. They don't have to go hug and kiss Auntie so-and-so if they don't feel comfortable, or if they don't want to. It's okay that we go with our gut, and that we follow our intuition and our instincts. And if we feel not comfortable in a situation, it's okay to leave. It's okay to respectfully say, we need to go home, and love you guys. Mwah, bye. It's okay to do that. So don't let anyone make you feel like that's not okay. So I just wanted to preface that with this. So the confidence levels of us as busy entrepreneurs and strong, powerful women that we are, they can ebb and flow for lots of different reasons. And I want to make sure that that we call attention to that, because it is important. So let's go back to our presentation. Thank you for allowing me that opportunity to pause so that we can talk about that. I think it's very important that we do so. We will build ourselves up on more than one occasion, throughout the course of our lives. So as I said, I want to invite as many women as possible to become more confident through the help of this free masterclass, because it is so very important that we know how to protect ourselves and advance ourselves in this life. So day one, today, welcome. What do you think you could accomplish more of with greater self-confidence? I know, and post this in the comments. Thank you so much, all ladies, for your participation. I love this. Please share what you feel you could accomplish more of with greater self-confidence. And I will share an example myself. So the new city that I have been spending time in is outside of Boise, Idaho, if those of you did not know. And there was a week-long entrepreneur week that Boise just had. It was a rather large event. There was people from UC Berkeley that came in. There were these larger corporations and organizations who sent speakers. It was a really phenomenal program. And because it's far from where I am physically located, it's about 35-40 minutes away. And I was doing all the things that I needed to be doing for myself. I didn't go in person. And there was a part of me that really felt I was going to greatly benefit by attending this event in person. And I really wanted to go when I signed up for it. As the day came and it was ready for me to get in my car and drive 35 minutes away, because I'm still new in my area, I felt this great lack of confidence in being able to go. So what I chose to do is I showed up online in the online space, and I participated in the online discussions, and I reached out to various women that were members of the group and that were also listed as attendees, because it allowed me to still participate, though I did not go in person. Now, what was that about? I think that was about me being unfamiliar with my location. And I like sharing these things in real time, because not all of us are 100% amazing at everything. All of us, even your women's empowerment business coaches, we go through this. We are just real people like all of us, and dealing with this fear of going into a space that I was not familiar with. I needed to do something about that. And so what I did is I trusted my gut. I trusted my intuition and thought to myself, yes, I would like to participate in this, but no, I don't need to go there in person. I think, yes, could I have gotten a greater amount of benefit out of the program if I would have attended in person? Sure, absolutely. There's something definitely to be said about in-person connection and in-person participation of programs when available. But I definitely am grateful to the group to have created an online portion that I was able to still attend. So what do I think I could have accomplished with a greater sense of self-confidence last week to attend the Boise Entrepreneur Week? Is I probably would have met more people in person, which is something that I have been wanting to do in this new state. I've been wanting to put myself out there more and get to meet more people in person. That is something I know I could have accomplished if I would have gone in person. Did I still benefit from some of the programming that I wanted to participate in? Yes, I did, because I still made sure that I attended online programs, that I commented, that I posted my own photo to say, hey, I'm here. I might not be there in person, but I am here and I am interested in participating. And here is what the Empowerment Empire is all about. So don't be afraid to acknowledge the fact that you would have liked to participate in something that you ultimately did not. It's good to acknowledge that when we don't take advantage of an opportunity, it's good to acknowledge that we chose to not do that, because it allows you to really work through those emotions of what would have happened if I did. And then the next time an event comes around and you're able to participate in person, perhaps it is then that you will choose to go in person. So don't beat yourself up about it. Acknowledge the fact that you felt safer maybe by not going someplace in person, but you chose to still participate where you felt most comfortable. It is okay to not be a superwoman every single day and every single week. And I want to make sure that I call that out and I acknowledge that and I share that with you. So let's talk about what exactly is confidence or a lack thereof. And then we're going to talk about 3 things I do to get through the feelings of low confidence. So with confidence, we can effectively advocate for ourselves, for our businesses, for our professional lives, and for our families. So think about, if you're a parent, think about Mama Bear. What happens when Mama Bear comes out because someone is down on your child? And with us hot-blooded Latinas in this room, I know that you know what I mean. If you're not a parent, I know you still know what that Mama Bear syndrome is like. Maybe not syndrome, but that Mama Bear personality is like, because you've seen your grandma do it, you've seen your aunties do it, you've seen your own mother do it. When someone is making like our child feel unsafe, or a younger sibling or a younger family member, we will woman up on them and really step up and protect them. So think about that moment when you either have done that for yourself, or you've done that for someone else, or someone else has done that for you. We talk about this. We are a sisterhood here of Latina entrepreneurs. We are Jefas Unidas. We are a sisterhood. We are here for each other. How can we do that for one another? When we confidently are able to advocate for ourselves, for our businesses, for our professional lives, and for our families, we feel more accomplished. We stand up for what's right. We find the success in receiving for our businesses, receiving for our own personal lives, for our own professional lives, when we have the confidence to stand up for ourselves, to stand up for our families, we are able to gain that benefit. Now, I also want to call attention to, of course, that sometimes when you stand up for yourself, when you stand up for your family, when you stand up for your beliefs and for your thoughts, there will be advocators out there who will be absolutely 100% against what you're saying. Now, perhaps this is more in like the personal arena or the political arena, but just know that there will always be a naysayer out there, and you can choose to rise above responding to that. You can choose to respond in a very respectful manner. Always kill them with kindness. Something my mother always talked to me about. Always kill them with kindness, even if they're being rude to you. Stand up, be the bigger person. Don't engage. Don't bring yourself down by engaging in frivolous conversations. Be smart about what you choose to engage in, but do so with levels of confidence that is going to be clear to anyone that you are sure of yourself. You know what you're talking about. You are smart to have researched your opinions. When it comes to your business, advocating for yourself can really make or break a business week for you. If you have, fantastic appointments lined up, you have clients waiting for you, you have potential clients on the other line, waiting for you, then, being confident in yourself can really make or break your business week, whether you are going to be signing up new clients for a program, whether you're not going to be signing up new clients for a program. So it's one, come with authenticity, be you. You will attract people to work with you because of who you are as a person, because of what you are educated in, what you are passionate about, what you are skilled at doing. Education doesn't necessarily mean, you know, four walls of an accredited institution. We find education in lots of different ways. So come with confidence in your business for yourself. It is okay to advocate for yourself, for your business, for our professional lives. If you want something, do not fear going after it, or do it with fear. My daughter oftentimes says, well, I don't know, I'm kind of scared to go ask that little girl at the roller skating rink if she wants to skate with me. And I respond, well, honey, do it afraid, but still do it, because you never know. Maybe you'll meet your next bestie, you know, right around the corner, because you took that opportunity to reach out and say, hey, you know, I'm interested in working with you. I'm interested in being a new roller skating buddy. I'm interested in partnering with you. You know, it is how I have met some of the most phenomenal women in my life that I continue to collaborate with, continue to participate with on phenomenal programs to empower women, inspire women, and of course, to help elevate women in so many different ways. So here, I look forward to sharing in this most important journey, as I'm sure you can tell, and in this opportunity as we share in this another form of empowerment for our audience, for you phenomenal women in our Facebook group here. So I asked, this is another question I like to ask you: who is terrified of the thought of public speaking or going live on social, or of speaking up? So many of us. There are so many times when we are fearful of doing something, but if it's going to advance your business, if it's going to advance you on a personal level or a professional level, go ahead and go forth with fear. Do it with the feeling of afraid. What is the worst thing that's going to happen? You will either not succeed as you anticipated, but you will ultimately still have learned something. The experience will make you stronger. If you succeed, then fantastic. That experience will make you stronger. And again, of course, what do you think you could accomplish more of with greater self-confidence? Please post that in the comments. And I want to share this. I absolutely understand, as I have been there. Fear can really hold you back in life and in business. 77 out of 100 people, so 77% of the population, have a serious fear of public speaking. You are not alone in that aspect. All of us have that fear of public speaking. So what exactly is confidence, or a lack thereof? Confidence is used to describe a person's overall sense of self-worth or their personal values. Self-confidence can involve a variety of beliefs, such as the opinions of one's own appearance, beliefs, emotions, and behaviors. At the end of the day, it boils down to how confident you are with yourself, your career, and your relationships. So when beliefs about our own abilities are limiting, they can begin to consume our mind. I know you have heard about limiting beliefs. Let's work through our limiting beliefs. I know that so many of us talk about that because it is true. It is our limiting beliefs will hold us back. Those deep-seated underlying beliefs can hold us back. They can consume our mind. When beliefs about our abilities are limiting, they can begin to consume our mind, sometimes to the point where our beliefs become an insecurity. Over time, our limiting beliefs can get worse at really getting in the way of our happiness and our success, as the negative feeling that comes along with the insecurity hangs onto our conscience. Eventually, our brains begin to associate that feeling to other unrelated areas of our lives. This is why when we find that we are feeling a lack of confidence in an area, if we don't work to build ourselves up or reach out to someone to build you up, it can get worse. Before we know it, this insecurity that stemmed from one incident is now affecting everything that we do. Because of this, it can be difficult to determine the root cause of an interrelated issue. it can oftentimes get lost in the insecurities that we feel. Why are we always feeling this way? Why do we always compare ourselves to everyone else in the room? Maybe you need to be in a different room. Maybe you need to be in a different room. 3 things that I do to get through this fear of public speaking, of low confidence, of being afraid. I prepare myself or my presentation ahead of time. For example, let's take this presentation, for example. I knew what I wanted to talk about. I did my research. I had notes previously on speaker presentations that I had done on self-confidence. And so I reached back into my research to see what did I have to share with you that I recall being the most effective to my audience. What do I want to share with you that's been most effective with me? Practicing. Sometimes we are just out the womb phenomenally self-confident until someone or something happens that chops away at that confidence level, and you start second guessing, and you start being unsure. You start feeling inadequate in what it is that you're doing. When you are feeling that way, what I want you to do is I want you to reach out to your business bestie. If you don't have a business bestie, I want you to reach out to me. I want you to send me a DM and I want you to send me this message. I need a confidence boost. And honey, I will check you out. I will look at your stuff. I will see what you are doing. We'll take that time, because this is the women's empowerment coach that I am, that I take the time to understand who you are and where you're coming from. And I help to build your confidence level back up with you, because that's what we do as sisters, as Jefas Unidas, as Latino entrepreneurs who are here together to rise together. We build each other up. So if you are working on a presentation that you need to give, practice that presentation 3 times at least every day up until you need to provide that presentation. I like to practice over my morning coffee. I practice at lunchtime. And before I go to bed, I will practice my program that I am to deliver. As you have all experienced with my lives and with my presentations, I can be fairly casual. I like to have a presentation for you, but I also like to chat with you and give some of my own personality. I know that I like to do that, so I prepare myself by knowing my presentation very well, so that when I do interject stories, or when I do interject personal thoughts and experiences, or I answer, or I say hello to you in the live chat, that I know how to get back on track and to continue moving forward. So if you are doing a presentation, or if you want to speak to someone about something in particular, and though it may seem silly, I highly recommend doing this. Record a video presentation of yourself having that conversation. Record a Zoom of yourself talking and watch it, and watch the replay. Watch it. This gives you an opportunity to see not only how you are speaking, how you are presenting, but if you're able to get your point across. If you are, perhaps you are about to give a presentation on Zoom and you think you're in a good quiet space, and then you watch the video and you think, oh, wow, I could totally hear what's going on in the next room. Maybe I need to adjust where I'm giving my presentation from. There are so many things that you can learn from this little exercise. Recording a video presentation of what you want to speak about, what you want to present about, and then watching it back to give yourself that personal critique. I highly recommend doing it. It's definitely something I do all the time. So I always love this quote by Eleanor Roosevelt: "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." Don't forget that in this work, in this life that we have chosen for ourselves as entrepreneurs and as business owners, we are doing so because we truly believe in the beauty of our dreams, and know that all of these nuances are part of the pathway to help us move forward. They are part of the experience. They are part of the journey. So remember, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Your business relies on you being able to believe in the beauty of your dreams. So don't forget that. So this program, for example, I really wanted to widen the accessibility of this training so that I'm offering it free in perpetuity live in our Facebook group. So if you're not able to catch us here live 100% throughout the whole presentation, this will stay in this Facebook group so that you can continue to watch it and you can continue to come back and get some confidence boosting when you feel that you might, when you might need it. I think that's very important for us. And so I wanted this training to appeal to women, either just getting started or midway into their professional or entrepreneurial journeys, because we deserve to hold ourselves in confidence. We deserve to really experience life in a stressless way. And we do that by really building up on our confidence levels. So what I want to do is talk a little bit now about how you can win some of our prizes here in this free confidence masterclass. This is you taking the opportunity to share the program. So go through, either share the photo of the title for this live free training onto Instagram and tag me at Empowering Vihil. Or you can take some screenshots, make sure my face isn't all crazy wonky and I'm looking like, feel free to share screenshots of the presentation and tag me in them on Instagram at Empowering Vihil. I want to reward you for that. Those who are doing that, I am keeping track of everyone who tags me and shares this presentation, because I truly believe it is important that we share confidence across the spectrum to all of those who come into our space, because as we are coming up in this, last couple of months of this year, we have a need for it. And if you haven't experienced that before, maybe you are fortunate and you will not have to experience it this year. But I know from experience, there's a great deal of confidence that I need to bring to the table during these last couple of months of the year. And it's okay to be an advocate for yourself. It's okay to instruct people how to treat you. So what would it mean to you to be able to consistently carry yourself in this life so confidently that it truly changed your life forever? What would it mean to you to be able to consistently carry yourself so confidently? So you signed up for this program, or you're participating here in live. And so I want to talk about some of the next steps. Let's go ahead and give you some pitch competition details. So this is what this is all about. On Friday, November 4th, I'm inviting you to participate. If you are interested, comment below. I'm in for the pitch, into the comments. I'm in for the pitch, and I will make sure that I reach out to you and that you get the information. But it's very simple. It's an opportunity to express your confidence level in front of an audience that believes in you, that will support you and root for you. All you have to do is introduce yourself and your business, use a bit of storytelling to keep us interested, prepare a stunning brief design presentation using 5 to 10 slides, respect your time frame. You will have 3 minutes, rehearse and be prepared, end on a memorable note, and then of course to provide your contact information to those who will be watching the program. So if you comment, I'm in for the pitch, then I will reach out to you. The pitch competition will be on Friday in our Facebook group, Latina Entrepreneurs Jefas Unidas and Empowered Women by the Empowerment Empire, on Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern. So the prizes that we've been speaking about. So for the Instagram tags, every time you tag me at Empowering Vihil on Instagram, then you will be added into the drawing. And of course, we are we are presenting a copy of 100 Fantastic Affirmations to Inspire You, my book that I have been reading during this last 100 days of 2022. You are entered into the drawing to also win $1,000 towards any of the Empowerment Empire business coaching programs. Many of them are around $5,500. And so with $1,000 off, that really drops it down. Or you can take that $1,000 and you can buy all of the small programs that are under $1,000. So you get to get a bunch of the different programs that are paid for free if you are one of the winners. And then of course, winner for the most engaged attendee. Are you commenting on my questions? Are you sharing yourself as well? Are you posting about who you are, where you're from, and what your business is? Please comment here. Don't send us to another group. I would like to know about you and your business. What is the service or the product that you provide? And that goes into you also being an engaged attendee. So you can win a book, you can win $1,000 towards any of the coaching programs that are through the Empowerment Empire, which are all very exciting. So then the pitch competition, here's a little bit more details of the members who participate in the pitch competition receive a pitch critique during a private 15-minute one-to-one coaching Zoom call, and you are entered into the copy of 100 fantastic affirmations to inspire you, $1,000 credit for any therapeutic empowerment by Empowerment Empire program, and you are interested in a free ticket to you're entered to win one of the free tickets to the quarterly Businesswomen of Diversity Power Luncheon. As many of you know, will also coincide sometimes with the book signings of the Boss Latinas anthology. Our next one that we are scheduling that's going to be quite large, we're expecting 200 women to attend, is going to be in Sacramento in Northern California, March 9th. So save the date for that. So if you participate in the pitch competition, then you are eligible for one of these 3 prizes. If you don't want to do the pitch competition, but you still participate by sharing on Instagram and you participate by being an engaged participant, then you can win also a copy of the book and $1,000 credits. So 2 copies of the book will be going out, 2 $1,000 credits will be going out, and then 1 person will receive the free ticket to one of our quarterly Businesswomen of Diversity Power Luncheons, which will be about $155 value. Well, much more than that in value, but it will be a ticket price of about $155. So I want to go ahead and put that out there. So this is day 1 of the November free confidence masterclass with me, your International Women's Empowerment Business Coach. You can learn more about all of my programs. You could book a coaching call, a paid coaching call, or a free consultation. The difference is timing. When we do a free consultation, it's more about, let me understand who you are and where you're at in your business and where you want to go. If you book a coaching call right off the bat, then we spend a good hour of time really working on your next steps, your action plans, your next thing that you're going to be doing. And also taking a look at programs you have already developed or products you've already developed so that I can help you with positioning them in such a way that they are finding greater levels of success. You can sign up for any of the Empower You programs. You can visit the Library of Empowerment to download some of the PDF courses. You can sign up for Empower You for some of the full-on coaching programs. All the details you can find at women'sempowermentcoach.us. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the share. Let me do one thing. I want to go all the way back to the beginning so that you can go ahead and share here. So go ahead and screenshot this, and this is what you can use to also share on Instagram, share with tagging at Empowering Vihil. So I hope that you all had a fantastic opportunity to really think about building your confidence. What great, awesome. Thank you so much, Jeanette Ocampo Welch. Thank you so much, Heather, for being in for the pitch. Oh, Jennifer, share this on screenshot, share on Instagram and at Empowering Vihil. I will go ahead and type that here in the comments. share to at Empowering Vihil on Instagram. What I wanted to do before we close out is to take the opportunity to acknowledge the fact that you have attended the program for day one here for the Confidence Masterclass. I think that what is so very important is that we take these opportunities to really advance our confidence levels, advance our knowledge continuously, to continuously see ourselves as lifelong learners. What we are able to benefit from when we do that, when we take these opportunities as presented to us, is we find a moment to increase our knowledge, to increase our connectivity with our sisters who are within this fantastic Latina Entrepreneurs Jefas Unidas Facebook group. I think that when we come together, we truly, truly do rise in a much more powerful, meaningful way. So if you are an entrepreneur and if you are in our Latina Entrepreneurs Facebook group, I want to connect with you and make sure that you have all of the tools that you need. If it's confidence that you feel you need a boost of, then please watch this program again. Participate in tomorrow's program, participate in Thursday's program so you get the full experience of the 3-day free masterclass, and you can see how working with me is like and what that experience is like. I'm very straightforward. I'm kind of a no holds barred coach. I like to listen to you, and then we like to problem solve. Let's create these action plans to get you to that next level, to that next step in being who you know that you are deep down inside, because we are here to bring out that phenomenal woman that you are, that entrepreneur, that woman chasing her dreams. What is it that we can do as a community to help you rise, to help you achieve those goals, and to reach those heights that you are aiming for? We are here for a reason, and that is certainly one of them. In the mantra of the Empowerment Empire, through collective collaboration, we all rise. And I hope that I have provided some insight, tips, and strategies to you today by talking into this free masterclass on confidence level. There will be lots of juicy information being disseminated tomorrow, so make sure that you are joining us. You will definitely have throughout the rest of today to go ahead and comment on day one. At the conclusion of today, November 1st, at midnight, then we will cut that off for listing the winners for the book and for the $1,000 credit for the Empowerment Empire coaching by your comments, by your participation, by sharing on Instagram, as we are really going to be moving a lot of information over to that platform. So stay tuned for more details on that. Thank you so much, everybody, for participating today. Have a fantastic Tuesday. And I also would like to recognize today is the first day of Dia de los Muertos. We are ancestor worshipers here in our family as Native Americans, as Spaniards, as people who really cherish and really feel guided through our ancestors' experiences. Dia de los Muertos is very important to our families. So I wish that you have a fantastic couple of days as we remember our ancestors, and we connect with our ancestors, and we value them, and we worship, and we call attention to the greatness that they are and were in our lives, which has helped to develop who we are. So I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge that as day one of Dia de los Muertos and day one of the Confidence Masterclass with me, your host, Women's Empowerment Business Coach, Miss Vihil Vigil. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you all again tomorrow.